Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter World Iceborne livestream. Normally we have a daily Iceborne livestream, but yesterday I missed a livestream because I was at the eye doctor. So that was why I was not there yesterday. Today we're going to be back on PC another time. The reason for that is both because I'm playing other games on the PC, but my PC character actually needs a lot of work. So we got a lot of work to do on this character. I'd like to put together 14 pretty solid builds, get the weapons augmented, maybe get my charms upgraded. So I think both my PlayStation and PC characters badly need to do guiding lands. So we'll probably do a little bit of guiding lands today. You can make a weapon request as usual, and I'll play with the particular weapon of your choice. And let's get started. I can try to help you guys with your stuff too. If your needs and my needs overlap, we'll help each other. It'll be awesome. Here's a login bonus. How is it going? I heard that the Tempered Zenoga quest is giving out more rewards now. Is that true? Oops, not that. Not that. Post new quest. Master rank. You go down to events. I've heard that this gives even more decorations than it used to, which is crazy because it already gave a lot of good decorations. So I've heard that, but I can't confirm it. How's it going, everyone? When is the next PlayStation stream, though? Ooh, I don't know. Hoping it was PS4. Barrieth keeps clapping my cheeks. How's your day going? My day's going pretty good. I really wanted this to be PlayStation 4. It's so bad. Oh, I'm sorry, man. ES46 says spam them traps on it and wait for the ice blast to clutch and finish shot it. How's it going, Saul Cruz? Man, Saul Cruz, you're like one of the most consistent people over a long period of time to have joined these streams. You should be like crowned king of most consistent joins. Zawen says, yeah, extra one more face stone, sealed face stone. Sealed face stones, those are the good ones. Sounds good. So what were we doing? Do we already have the Arshin? I don't think we have the Arshin layered armor. I think that's one of my goals is to get Arshin on PlayStation and PC because that way we just have one simple looking armor set. Forge equipment, layered armor, Arshin. So we don't have it at all. Oh, but I need ancient fragments. I need spirit vein slogbone, and I need daybreak crystal. I don't know where any of that comes from. My weapon request is boomerang. Hi, kitty. My cat's jumping up on the couch with me. Kitty, you want to be near me? Here, let me move the keyboard for you, kitty. Oof. Is this PC? Negative. This is Game Boy Advance. We are on the Whirlpool Smart washing machine. My cat's over here kneading the couch. Alright, let's gather some of this stuff. Monster Slogbone. Bone obtained from large mastering monsters. Okay, cool. Ancient Fragment. So we have one of those now. Let's just send these cats right back out. Okay, let's see what people are saying. How much is the delay on YouTube live mode? It's about 30 seconds on average, but it can get worse than that. It can go up to a whole minute. How's it going, TCC? We're going to have a hot and spicy PSA return stream today. Not today, McMunn. However, it looks like the PSA return, the one with 100 cards in it, it's actually making its way over quite fast. I think I can look it up right now in the live stream. I looked it up this morning when I was waking up. Let's see if it's moved even further. So it was scheduled to arrive a whole week later, but I think it's going to get here much sooner than that. Let's see. There it is. It's a FedEx number. So let's look up FedEx tracking. FedEx tracking. Oops. That's not what I wanted. There we go. FedEx tracking. And I just placed this in here. Track via FedEx. Scheduled delivery by Wednesday the 27th. But it says it's already in Memphis, Tennessee. They make it look like it's already very close. And actually, Memphis, Tennessee isn't super far away from Missouri. So I imagine it could show up in 2 more days. Oh, but you know what? Today's Friday. But I think FedEx does deliver on Sunday. Yeah, I don't know, actually. Yeah, I think it could be here earlier than we expect. All right. Emeta says, quick Zeno? Zeno? Quick Zeno? Oh, right. We couldn't finish Agitator. We couldn't afford it. We couldn't finish Offensive Guard either. So let me think about what we need to do. We're trying to build Arshan. Let's try to augment this weapon. What are we using? We're using the Raging Bracky. We don't have any of the materials for this. It just looks like we're missing a ton of materials in the guiding lands. It really does. So what I'm going to recommend is that we go into the guiding lands and fight a bunch of monsters in there. You know, I want to use the lance to just to give you guys some lance gameplay after all that lance controversy, but honestly, we're going to choose a faster weapon just because we want to go fast. Probably this guy right here, the Greatsword. Greatsword is one of the highest damaging weapons in the game. I'm going to drop a level of Expert. Should I drop a level of Expert? I could drop a level of... Challenger. Well... Could drop a level of Vitality, actually. Let's drop that. We're going to drop a level of Vitality. We're going to pick up the Geologist decoration, because we're going to want to pick all this up as we're going. There it is. So, guys, we are getting ready to go into the Guiding Lands for an extended period. I guess we'll work on whatever area I have worked up the most. Make sure my augmentations are right on this weapon. Equipped. I have no augmentations. And I can't afford a health regen augmentation, it looks like. Okay, so that's what we seek to change. Health regen augmentations are super important. It would be nice if you could fully augment all your weapons. So we need 14 health regen augmentations. Let's hop over here. Decos are entirely random. Do you have a hunting horn build? Yo, how's it going, Raging Bat? Do you have any Safi burst cannon builds without heroics? Probably I could put one together, sure. Monday's a holiday, though, so might get delayed. Hey, mister. Hey, mister. Imagine they just add Elytrion without warning. Can you scream, I love you, Chupacabrazurus? Chupacabrazurus. Gotta go fast. Pretty new to Monster Hunter World. No Iceborne yet. Is fully upgraded Defender Gunlance any good? Big fan of your content. Thank you very much, Brandon. Yeah, the Defender weapons are going to do pretty well for you. If you're looking for a very easy playthrough, I recommend using the Greatsword or the Hammer. It's just going to be simpler, but you could definitely use the Gunlance. With the Gunlance, you need a few skills. Artillery, focus, magazine capacity, and the problem is you tend to not get those skills till much later in the game. So that's the problem with it. If you were to run something like the Greatsword or the Hammer, I think those would actually be faster and easier, but you can play whatever you want. Defender weapons are really good for base game. That's right. Hey, mister. So, Brandon, yes, it's very good. You made a smart decision. Defender gear is all awesome, but I feel it might give you a handicap. What? No, you're handicapped. Mom, he called me handicapped. Yeah, the biggest trouble you'll run into with using the Gunlance is you don't have guard up, you don't have guard, you don't have artillery, you don't have focus, and you don't have magazine capacity. Those skills kind of make explosive damage work, and without that, I feel like you'll probably struggle a little bit. Whereas with the Greatsword and the Hammer, you can just kind of like ledge hop the whole time. Actually, especially the Hammer, you can just ledge hop. So let me take a look at my areas. It looks like I was working in the Coral region, and we don't have any monsters in the Coral region right now. We'll bring Rajang out into the Coral region. How to eat ass legally. Just be old enough, I guess. What does that even mean, you know? Make sure your partner consents. Hey, are there any LB light bowguns that are good for sticky? Yeah. He says, I don't have the Aqua Shot. Oh, so before the Aqua Shot, I believe, I'm trying to remember, what was the best? The Rajang light bowgun was the best for sticky ammo before you get the Safajiva for sticky. I don't need these violent gashes. Defender weapons were added by Capcom as they are easy to craft and you can make your way. Yep. Defender weapons are for a quick playthrough through the base game, so you can make your way over to the big boy game in Iceborne. Grab this real fast. Guess we'll mine these up.
Watch yourself.
Guiding reef crystal, huh? Giant mining outcrop. Ow. Man, I gotta turn my volume up. I can't hear anything. I didn't even know he was here. What's the code to the vault? That's not the code. Those are donations. Right now we have a little bit of a fund going for something I'm going to purchase. It's a large vault. It's a 1,000-pound vault. And I'm purchasing it to store really valuable Pokemon cards in it. And you guys can donate toward it, basically. And the vault's going to be used not just for that, but just in general for... I have another YouTube channel where we open up Pokemon cards. And sometimes we open up thousands and thousands of dollars of Pokemon cards. For example, yesterday we opened up... oh my god, I'm going to die here. We opened up about... Oh, I have no max potion? Oh my god. Oh, he almost got me. Yesterday we opened up like $1,000 to $2,000 of Pokemon cards. Well, I don't want those to just lay out on the table where we open them at. I want them to actually be in a more secure place. So I'm buying a large security vault for my house. For my condo. We live in a tiny condo, so we'll fit the... Guess we'll fit the vault in somewhere. And it'll be really fun. It'll be very interesting. But it is real expensive. It's like $3,000. And so I opened up a little fund if people want to help. Basically, donations will just be counted toward that. And it's going to be like $3,000 in taxes. And you got to hire a team to move it. Because you have to have a team of people to move it. You going to sell the Pokemon cards? Yeah, the cards... Well, the cards are for sale now. If you go over to my card channel, we do Monster Hunter, and then I have my second YouTube channel where we sell Pokemon cards and we open up cards together. And oh god. By the way, feel free to join me in the Guiding Lands here, guys. I can see we only have a few people in this stream. Yeah, if you want to hop on and join, there's plenty of room. Let's get this guy killed. I don't think a burglar is going to steal your Pokemon cards. Yeah, he will. I have a few cards at this point. So I'm a high-risk target, I would say. So any good raw damage, sword, and shields. TCC is on, babe. Go watch a movie or something. Me to my girl. What? On, babe. Go watch a movie or something. Me to my girl. I don't understand. Handler is immortal. Even ecliptic meteor cannot harm her. Is that the case? Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god, he's gonna kill me. Did he just grab me? Oh, he just grabbed me. Oh god. I opened up a card last night during the Pokemon Crystal live stream on this channel. It was a Jungle Flareon, vintage, Japanese. And if that card gets graded a 10, it's probably worth like $200 to $300 by itself. Just that one card. Oh my god. Do we have another person? Who's this Nina? A little weird. The Trail Raider left you. Oh, good thing I had the mantle on. No one knew me till I put on the mantle. Now I have like some booster boxes I bought almost a year ago, and I have 7 of them, and they're worth like $10,000 each now. They weren't worth that much back then, but they're worth about $10,000 each now. Law of Gaming says, do you stream daily? Hopefully session isn't full once I finish folding my laundry. Oh, there's room. Yeah, there's room. Oh my god, dude. This guy's wrecking me. Wow, you can't finish any softenings on him when he's in crazy mode. There's our, whoa, did I get 2 levels of it? Oh no, that's our cat saving us. I was gonna say, there's our guts. Let's get over the guts threshold. Oh, we've got speed eating. Shouldn't be using my max potions. Wow, I feel that Greatsword's actually not doing a great job against this guy. Let's pick a different weapon real fast. I want a weapon that actually moves a little faster. Actually, we could just do the sticky ammo bowgun real. Wow, but if I change weapons, we're gonna lose our. We're gonna lose Geologist if I change weapons. I'm gonna keep using this weapon. All right, we were getting wrecked there. All right, and part of it is because I keep reading. Let me go ahead and update that Vault Fund. So 10 turns into 7 because of the. So this should be 2, 7. And another guy donated. That will be about 2.5 now. All right. Goddamn super chat. Stealing that 30%. Crazy. Which console has the biggest player base now? Definitely the Xbox. I don't know. It's a good question. If only we could know that. That would be interesting information. Terrible damage. When did you start collecting? I started collecting about a year ago. Dude, this guy's annoying to fight with the Greatsword. I guess I don't fight him that often with the Greatsword unless I'm like on a party. He moves too fast, his body's too small, and you don't have weakened parts on him. No wonder everyone's, no wonder everyone's using sticky ammo these days. It's like, it's so easy to use sticky ammo. You destroy this guy with sticky ammo. Oh my god, I was roared by that guy and then attacked by the other guy. What are you doing? My cat's so dumb, dude. I think that was guts. Yeah, that was guts. My cat's like putting down the stupid heel rather than unstunning me. It's just annoying because he's right there. Bruh. I'm dead. Dear Lord, man, he's no fun fighting with the Greatsword, man. Viper getting clapped. I was trying to throw the Viper into him. Alright. I'm just going to kill him. Go back. Maybe what we'll do is we'll create 3... Oh, I gotta grab some ammo. Maybe what we'll do is we'll create 3 builds for fighting in the Guiding Lands, and we'll save them to like a temporary slot. This guy's super annoying. Hey, mister! How's it going, JS? He's so small and he just runs around the whole time. Oops. Guess I forgot to eat. What the hell? What the hell? Get out of here. There it goes. I think I'm having a problem with my controller where it thinks I'm pressing down. Look how easy this is going to end up being. This is why sticky ammo is getting used by everyone. Look at this. It doesn't matter if you're close enough. You can get as far back as you need to be. He can't run away. There's no more running away. You don't need to soften his parts. That's what Iceborne is all about, isn't it? It's just you gotta soften parts now, right? Oh, do we not have guard up? Oh, we don't have guard up. Also, it looks like we do have geologist on this build. Oh, do I own guard up on the PC? Look, see, he's over there attacking. Just another KO. My whole team would be benefiting from that. Alright, he's off. See how easy that is? That's ridiculous. God, man. Frostcraft Ice Greatsword just hit on the booty. No point in using the clusters even. Oops. I did not realize that's what he was doing. So much easier. Like, see, he lands way over there. It doesn't really matter. I just keep shooting. I'm dead. I didn't. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm definitely dead. I didn't reset my stamina. That was my fault. I should have reset my stamina. I said that earlier when we left. Oh my god, man. He's a beast. Here, let's go ahead and eat. So if I was going to eat for Bombardier, if I was going to eat for the heavy bowgun, I would eat Bombardier. There we go. Help me with the Safi, please. I have no friends. I still like clusters. It's fun waking the monster up like that. Ooh, you would want to wake the monster up with the wyvern ammo. Alright, we have an appropriate amount of stamina this time. That wasn't his cat. Is TGC cheating? No, this is just the cat on my PC. Is a different cat. Also, I don't know. Changing your cat's name wouldn't really be cheating, would it? Alright, let's finish him off. Wow, dude. Wow, he actually does a ton of chip damage through guard. God, this guy's annoying, man. Go ahead and kill him. There's like 4 of us here now. shoot you in the booty. He's ready to be captured. Woo! You know what else? I haven't been collecting his material this whole time. I'm so stupid. I should have been collecting his material the whole time. I just wasn't paying attention. Oh, right. He's freaking... Duh. What the hell? Why am I tripping? Did this guy knock me over? These little stupid animals? Oh my god, they almost caused me to miss the capture. Alright, let's jump up here. Jesus. Oh, it's gotta stop grabbing my camera. It's so annoying. Okay, there we go. Do not follow. So I tell you guys what, I'm actually going to return back to the base. These guys joined earlier. We're going to go ahead and jump back here. I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put Geologist on several builds. Is this build better than the Safiakwa shot? I think it is. I think that the Beast Buster, just you know, as a heavy bowgun, I think it's probably a better sticky option. So what do we actually have here? So this is a real poor build, basically. It already does have Geologist on it. Let's grab our Greatsword build. Man, my character is so poor over here. I bet none of the armors are upgraded at all either. Okay, grab that Geologist. We're going to go ahead and put it here. Alright, so we have two versions of the build. Akio says, you sound tired. Oh, no, I'm not tired. I think I was getting annoyed there with the goddamn Raging.
Anyways.
Let's go ahead and grab this honey. Here we go. Guiding Lens. We have Cooley Q, Fulgur Anjanath, and Great Gyros. I don't think any of those show up in the coral area, right? We're going to go to Elder's Recess and get them to rotate. Aqua Stickies get Artillery 5 plus TSS, but evade reload. Raging gets Cluster and Wyvern, possibly Shield, but is a more cumbersome heavy bowgun. Toby, Kadachi, Lavasiath, the Dodogama. Lavasiath would be the volcanic region. Dodogama wouldn't Dodogama also be volcanic region? And is Toby's forest? We're gonna go here to the Coral Highlands. Level 3 Geologist lets you pick the monster materials twice. Why don't you run it then? Well, you only need level 1 Geologist for that. Falsigo. ES says, I'd love a tenor cannon based on tarantulas? What? My Monster Hunter game got crashes after update. GPU driver. Anyone can help me? That sucks, man. There we go. Paoluma will definitely be in the Coral region. I I don't have that many lures. Slacker says, is there a particular guiding lens monster you're looking for? I'm just looking to fight monsters in the Coral region. How's it going, Chula Chula? Let's go ahead and have a meal. Yes! Oh, we'll run this. Wait a second. So he. Oh, it's a tempered Paolumu. Sweet. Jump over here. Actually, the other thing is my left eye is feeling kind of odd, man. I just came back from the eye doctor. They said I was fine. Actually, the eye doctor, they said I had like 20/20 vision and everything. I'm feeling it though. I'm feeling that weird like my eyes are already tired, but we just started. Strange. I don't know. I'm on the wrong side of him, aren't I? Alright, let's throw him into the wall. And of course he's not going to actually land in the wall. That's the win. Oh my god. Alright, well. Man, health regen is a significant improvement to your build. I think I need to go ahead and upgrade my armor too. I think I'm taking way more damage than I normally would. My dad just texted me that he's pregnant and it's mine. What? How's it going, Shogun? There we go. Alright, do the charge slash. 2, 3. Nice. We didn't get the middle shot, but we did get a shot in. We'll soften him up, and then he just, I was gonna say he's ready to be thrown into a wall, but I guess he's no longer ready. I've never liked Paolumu. I always thought Paolumu was real stupid. Nice. So I can build him with the crosses. Ooh. Nice. I miss Hunter Art, says Corvus. Me too. Doing gun lance and not running Fortify. Shake my head. Running guiding lance. Guiding lance. Gun lance and guiding lance share the same acronym. I heard Capcom refuses to bring out a Latreon as long as GE says the lance is not a defensive weapon. Can't you flint shot a flying monster to get them to crash and land? Yes. Handler is annoying. She repeats everything you already did. Almost died if it wasn't for the hunter. Oops, I'm kind of off. Not the right spot. That's too bad. Yeah, I'm completely off. I was playing Call of Duty last week and thought I had a stroke. My eyes went cross-eyed because of how intense I was staring. Couldn't shake it. Maybe I'd take a little vacation from the screens. I'm scared it'll happen again. Alright, we're here to actually gather materials. God, I hate the guiding lance. We have to gather all these stupid materials. I'd rather be actually like fighting the monster, but look at me, I'm like gonna spend an hour picking all this shit up. Tempered rubber shell. Jesus Christ, man. I hate that you have to get rid of the pods too, like the pods are always there in the way. Yeah, that's not fun. Wouldn't it be better if the drops worked like in Doom, where they go into you like vacuum them up? That'd be way more fun. That would make the guiding lands immediately more fun. How does guard and guard up go with greatsword? Badly. You don't want those skills with the greatsword. Oh, I don't think I have any more. Oops. He's like... They should call the guiding lands the Pickup Bits Island. Oh my god, you're not kidding, man. It's crazy. You spend your whole time doing that. You spend like 7 hours doing that. The Fortify effect only works twice. That's true. Hey partner, Furious Raging has no tail, hit its head. Yeah, somehow this random I wasn't with... What? I was with doesn't grasp that. Oh, random you were with. I see. Let's go ahead and have the item box. Refresh our items. Yeah, we're still running the last items from the heavy bowgun. Big props on your cat cam from your card stream the other night. You like the cat cam? Is my cat on the couch right now? Nah, she moved. Where'd she go? She was on the couch earlier. Okay, so we don't know what monster is coming out next. I'm just going to jump over to the Elder's Recess. You know, the funny thing is, the game loads so fast on the PC that you can actually just cycle in a good monster to the area you're trying to level up by simply moving over. It's not like that on the consoles. It wouldn't work like that on the consoles. So it's like you need these lures to bring out the monster you want to fight. Well, on the PC you can actually just move in between areas until a Coral Highlands monster comes out. See, look how fast this loads. It loads pretty fast. Honestly, it's just a bit slower than having to go through all the talking with the handler, right? Legiana, Pukey. See, I think those are going to be... Legiana, Pukey. Those aren't going to be Coral. I mean, unless Legiana is. Is Legiana Coral? Or is Legiana going to be the Tundra? I feel like Legiana is going to be the Tundra. Fortify also works for 50 minutes. You can reactivate it by returning from the expedition. Yeah, maybe we should be activating it, you know, because it's like 50 minutes of that is pretty valuable. What set are you using? It looks really cool. How's it going, Morden? That's the Master Rank Clove to Roth Armor set. Why are you leveling the Coral Zone? So we can fight Tempered... You need to fight Tempered Namiel. That's what you need to fight. Barrett, and Bonbaro. Nah, we don't want any of those. Tempered Namiel for health regen. Yeah, we're going to fight 2 Tempered Namiels and everything else that we can in the Coral Highlands. And then once we've done that, we're going to move on to the next area. Lex says, that's something you'll probably figure out since this shows a trap icon on the minimap. Pink Raytheon. That is a Coral Highlands exclusive monster. So we're going to head over there and fight that Pink Raytheon. Pretty sure it's exclusive. Can it show up in the forest region? Pretty sure it only shows up in the Coral region. Here we are. Man, we only have 255 years. I gotta say, people are not a big fan of Guiding Lands. It's like what I said last time. People just don't go crazy for the Highlands content, you know what I mean? Not the Coral Highlands content. The Guiding Lands content. People do not want to watch you play Guiding Lands. It's really sad, actually. This is also one of the reasons why I never go out there, because I don't just play the game. I actually host... I entertain you guys, so this is a form of entertainment. And on average, I lose. This is exactly how it was last time. I actually mentioned this before. I mentioned that every time I go into the Guiding Lands, we don't get as big of an audience, and it's happening today as well. It's crazy. Throw into a wall. Chop off the tail. I think you lose a certain amount of like your experienced viewers who have already done the Guiding Lands a bazillion times. I think you lose them and they're like, you know what, I don't want to watch this. Sweet. I love being in Guiding Land for the immersive shenanigans, but most of my friends find it rote, and I wouldn't watch it half as much. Man, I need health regen on this Greysword. Health regen on Greysword is really important. Alright, let's gather this materials real fast. Pink scales. Best way to level up fast, use the trap with all 4 teammates. I do agree with that. However, I actually need the materials. So there's a lot of monsters I've never fought before in the Guiding Lands, and I need those monster materials in order to get some crafting done and upgrade charms and stuff like that. So I have to do the legit thing and actually kill them and gather the materials. Or I could just have somebody trade me a PC save. What the hell? Let me grab the tail. Oh my god, this clutch claw, man. Freaking clutch claw. That's sad. What the hell? Pointed me the wrong direction. God, why does it do that? You guys ever have that problem occur? I don't understand why that happens. when you need to rotate with the greatsword, and it like rotates you the wrong way. Like, what the hell's going on when that happens? You know what I mean? It's that whole like subjective point of view. Is what it is for the rotation. It's like if he's looking backwards, that must mean he's technically rotating to the right. No. Alright, we struck him in the legs. Oh, I don't have any more. Oh, I thought I had more bomb pods. we spent them. Hey TCC, you need to be mining ore because it also required for health regen. Oh, good tip. Thank you very much. Good tip. Yes, that subjective camera angle. The game thinks, well, he's pushing to the right, but I bet based on the camera angle that we should rotate to the left. And it's like, god damn it. Nope. Cut your tail off. Oh my god. I can't wait to do the card stream later today. I got a bunch of mail in. Oh, the Pokemon XY Evolutions booster boxes did arrive actually too. So people were requesting that I order some XY Evolutions, and I actually did. It's going to be a fun card stream. Pink scale. Pink Raytheon material. Card collecting is such a nice hobby to do like indoors during quarantine. You know what I mean? You're not hanging out with friends, so it's just kind of a fun thing. Oh. Let's go ahead and have a pink Raytheon materials. Oh, there goes the tail. Oh, he's slain. Wow, that was fast. That was a fast fight. Nerfing Fortify was the biggest mistake. Being forced to go through loading screens to refresh it is a chore on PlayStation 4. Dear Glob. Well, you know, they nerfed it specifically for this. I'm sure of it. You know what I mean? I'm sure the reason that they nerfed it specifically was so that you couldn't just play Guiding Lands indefinitely in God mode. That was the whole point of the nerf. There it goes. Because normal monster fights, they never last longer than 50 minutes. So what would be the point of nerfing it to last only up to 50 minutes? Well, it would be for Guiding Lands. ES says it's hilarious getting a Raging Heart after capturing it. Does it have a spare? Alright, so we're going to start gathering from the nodules out here. And maybe, actually, we should have Geologist 3 just for the mining outcrops. I don't know, it's not a big deal. That was fast. That got turned into a Mega Potion automatically. I mean, it's not such a big deal, because you gotta craft Mega Potions eventually either way. Crystallized Monster Bone. Crystallized Elder Dragon Bone. Vibrant Crimson Bone. See, I never even had one of those before. So I got a lot of discovery to do in this game. Hopefully the next monster that comes out is a Coral Highlands monster, but if it isn't, we'll reload. Are you a Chad? I'm a super Chad. No, I'm a 40-year-old virgin. Let's go ahead and grab from this pile over here. Are you a Chad? Raging Bat says, ding. Oh, I already read that one. Are you a Chad? Hey, mister. The King of Chads. Oh, my God. I'm a Pokemon card, Chad. How about that? It's right over here. Ooh. That's the big mining outcrop. I forgot that formed over there. There's the guiding reef crystal. Nice. And it looks like the monster who came in was Dodogama. So we're just going to head out to the Elder's Recess. And we're going to wait for a Coral Highlands monster to spawn into the coral region. Some ball says, hi, I only just bought Iceborne but haven't played it yet. What are the guiding lands? How's it going? So the guiding lands are what become available after you finish the story. You pretty much just go out there and fight the same monsters all over again. But this time with an opportunity to gather a bunch of materials used to craft your endgame weapons and endgame armor and endgame charms. Funny how we went from hunting the same 5 Elder Dragons to picking up bits and materials for 5 years. Yep. Fear says it contains bits of all 6 regions and respawns monster continuously, which give you unique materials for weapon augments. Yeah, also for crafting in general, not just weapon augments. That's the sad part. Oh, Fulgur Anjanath is also Coral Highlands. Get your booties in here quick, guys. This is it. This is the mother lode. Jump over here real fast. That crystal is for rarity 12 weapons, health regen. Alright, sounds good. Then we need a lot of it. Take the bright moss. Damn it. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, dude. The Clutch Claw always missing. How do you still give me the Tremor? I thought I didn't put on the Rocksteady Mantle. I just thought I did. Okay, so you can trip him by attacking his leg. I hate the Clutch Claw, dude. Wow, he gets up so fast. I'm dead. Come on. There we go. Come on. Let's get that mount. Perfect time for a mount, right? There we go. Perfect time for a mount because he was just going into crazy mode and now we're going to cancel that crazy mode. Why do Anjanaths get up so fast? I don't know. I think it's just kind of like one of those things where it's telling you knockdowns aren't going to be as effective on this monster. You know what I mean? The game's telling you knockdowns aren't going to do you any favors. I think KOs last a long time. Am I right on that? Pretty sure they do. God, these ledges keep messing up my mantles. Dude, he completely knocked me away with the tail while hiding the tail in the ground. Freaking Capcom and this amazing floor tech. Anjanath is like, you know what I'll do? I'll flick him away and then hide my tail in the ground. Jesus. There we go. We don't have any of these materials. These are new. Crackling pelt or whatever. Crackling thunder pelt. So a whole bunch of stuff that it used to have like question mark materials when it comes to crafting. They're going to be actually visible now. We'll know what we are missing. Don't get all mad. Let's keep them soft from our teammates. We can attack the back again, yeah. Because this seems... Oh, what a pity. I thought that he was going to hit that ledge. I really hoped for it. Grabbing all these Fulgur Anjanath materials. Kelly material. That's a pity. Stab him up. Alright, there he goes. I flinches in multiplayer with Greatsword. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've always, ever since I began this game like 2 years ago, I have always disagreed with the multiplayer friendly fire damage. It's not really friendly fire damage, it's just the ability, well, you can do a little bit of friendly fire damage, yeah, actually with like cluster bombs and stuff, but it's mostly about flinching your teammates, and this significantly messes them up with their attacks and their damage output. And the game, you know, what it does is it encourages you to play as a team. I think that's the original idea behind it, but what really actually ends up happening is your teammates don't give two craps what's going on. They're just like, nah, I'm just gonna throw my attacks out as fast as possible. And then you end up getting smacked by them, and whoever has the right of way based on the game mechanics gets to do all the damage, and you get to stand there stunned and run off to a different part of his body. And it's actually super annoying. It doesn't really make the game more fun, in my opinion. And so I think they should just, honestly, they should just remove it. Actually, the first time I mentioned that, somebody got like real mad at me, and they were like, well, that's how it's always been. And it's like, that doesn't mean it's good. Just because it's always been that way doesn't mean it makes any sense. One of my recommendations is that they get rid of timers too, and people got mad at that. They're like, well, timers have always been in the game, but look at us playing the guiding lance right now, and they got rid of the timer. You can see the timer in the corner, it's gone. So it's not like they haven't considered the concept of maybe removing the timer either. There's no reason to have the timer other than to artificially increase the difficulty of the fight. So like, let's say, Master Rank Kulve Taroth is a perfect example. So they made Master Rank Kulve Taroth more difficult by making it so that if you're not dealing enough damage, she leaves, even though you have more than 50, even though you have 50 minutes left, right? You got a full 50-minute fight? Not really. You've got about 5 minutes to move her to the next area. Oh, nice. There's the, what's his name? Did I run out of stamina? Anyways, I do feel that timers create an artificial sense of difficulty in video games. And I don't necessarily like them. I do like, what do they call them? I like what they did with the Extreme Behemoth a lot, where it was like a damage checkpoint to see if you could do enough damage before he goes into Ecliptic Meteor. But you know what else I have to mention with that part of the fight of the Extreme Behemoth? It's not like the fight is over if you didn't do enough damage. All 4 players could potentially get the Final Fantasy jump done, and then in that case, you would get away with it. You know, you would be like, okay, we didn't do enough damage, but if we all pull off the Final Fantasy jump in time, it will be okay. In fact, 3 players could return. If not enough damage is being done, players can return and let 1 player try and finish that part of the fight. But yeah, I just the whole timers and all that, it does bother me. Timers do. God damn it. This guy's gonna beat me by himself. Let's get this Mega Potion out. I want to upgrade my armor, because I think this armor is taking a ton of damage. Let's go ahead and grab... Oh my god, why are we so low on stamina? Oh, there's the mount. Hell yeah, I'm juiced up on energy drink. Now I can stay up all night and watch TCC. How's it going, Marcus? Oh, I was reading the comment and not watching the mount. Now I'm almost out of stamina. You kidding me? Oh, here it goes. And he's down. Beat him up! Get him! If you want to spend a week killing Behemoth with stones to get Draken, then go for it. Ouch. What's after Arch-Tempered Namiel? Nobody knows. All we know is that Capcom's been interrupted by the whole coronavirus thing. Or so they say. You know what surprises me with being interrupted by the coronavirus as a game studio? All the work is done on computers. You think everyone could just do their work remotely, you know? So what are they actually doing for Elytrion? They're probably running tests. They're probably testing animations. They're probably, you know, adjusting damage amounts, doing gameplay, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? But none of that actually requires you to be in one physical location. You should be able to manage. Oh my god. Guess it can't be interrupted anymore. Ouch. Trying to get my sharpen on. You should be able to manage an over-the-internet team. What do they call that? A working from home team. What am I trying to say? A working from home team. What do they call that? Why is my mind blanking on the word? A remote. There we go. Well, you should be able to handle a remote team and get the work done anyways. So I don't fully understand what the delay is. I wonder, do you think it's possible that they actually just wanted to delay him in general, and they're like, you know what, coronavirus is here. Why don't we use this as an opportunity to give ourselves an extra, you know, an extra month to get this fight good? You know what I mean? Have you guys ever considered that? Maybe they wanted to delay the work on Elytrion either way, and they're like, this is a perfect opportunity for a good excuse for the delay. Because nobody's going to question them for delaying it over coronavirus. I have no clue. Maybe it's not that simple. Maybe they weren't set up to do full remote, and maybe there's like a bunch of security clearance in order to actually work on their stuff. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't operate a game studio, so I have no clue what it's all about. Could actually be really complicated. Nice job. Oh, snap. Got KO'd before I could throw him into the wall. Valdrath says there's also voice acting. Is there? I don't think there's any new voice acting for Behemoth. Was there any new voice acting for... Oh, you know what? Another thing is, we don't fully appreciate how large of a release Elytrion could be. Maybe it's a really big thing. Let's go ahead and get some damage out, even though we got green sharpness. Oh! This team must be doing some great damage together. This game is much easier in multiplayer when you have teammates who know what they're doing, because everyone working together to get knockdowns, to get mounts, to get paralysis out, maybe everyone working together is so much better. Yeah, single player mode can definitely be more difficult. We were really struggling with that Raging and the Greysword, and then once again we played really stupid there when we decided to play heavy bowgun, but we didn't reset our stamina, which obviously you should if you're gonna be fighting Raging, because he's gonna wail on that shield. I was even talking about it, and I'm like, nah, I'll just skip it. I won't need it. It's like, and then you need it. That's how it always is when it comes to stuff like defense. You're like, I don't need defense, and then you die. And you're like, maybe I need a little bit of defense. Throw this over here. Legiana material. There we go. Heavy Dragon Vein Bone. I'd rather have them take their time to do it right the first time than rush it. Yeah, I think I agree. I think that everyone would agree that what they're looking for is quality in a video game. I think what I would have to say is, man, Capcom takes their sweet ass time when it comes to releasing content. They're kind of too slow in my opinion. It's not a good idea to be this slow. Like, I would pay more money for them to go faster is what I'm saying. COVID was affecting production output in other countries like France and Italy. Oh, okay, interesting. But yeah, I could see it. I could see how it would happen. After they made another damage spawn, aka Arch-Tempered Nami, I'm not that optimistic. Oh gosh. That was a bad decision. I don't know why they decided to do it that way. Maybe it was rushed, guys. Maybe they're like, you know what? We gotta pump this AT Namiel out into the game. Excuse me, I have hiccups here. And maybe they were already like running behind schedule. You know how it is when you're on a schedule and you, let's say, school homework, and you gotta write a nice paper, but you only got like 24 hours left to write the paper, and you're like, all right, let's just write anything. You know what I mean? And obviously the paper could be better, but you just have to let it go. You have to release it. Probably something like that. They had to have known, because we had the exact same problem happen in the base game when they started working on Arch-Tempered monsters, and everybody's like, what the hell? These aren't special fights at all. These are just spongy fights. Jump down here. The Arch-Tempered Namiel armor wasn't even useful. That's the sad part. I don't know if it gets used on any like bow builds or anything, but I certainly don't use it on any of my builds. Run over here. Who knows? Maybe their main team is off working on the next Monster Hunter game already. Probably they are. Oh, there's some bones. Vibrant Crimson Bone, Coral Crimson Bone. Woohoo! Guiding Reef Dragon Bone. The Arch-Tempered Namiel is really fun for dual blades. I use one piece of it for gunlance, but that's it. Do we get Nami layered armor? We get several other layered armors, but not Arch-Tempered Namiel layered armor, no. I was excited for Arch-Tempered Namiel because in the trailer it looked like she was doing something new in one clip, but they probably rushed due to COVID. Fearp says Plunderblade is low-ranked plunderers in the Rotten Vale, something to do with Endemic Life Researcher. Amazing is a stretch, is fun for sure, but still not close to BIS. Makes you feel like a god with dual blades. What? What do we have here? Ebony Odogaron? I think Ebony Odogaron is Coral Highlands. Let's get over there. Nintendo Switch Monster Hunter. Well, what they'll probably do with the Nintendo Switch, they'll probably release Monster Hunter World and Iceborne onto the Nintendo Switch. I think that's their next move. I don't think they'll release an exclusive Monster Hunter for Switch. I really don't. Have you seen the guy who packed a 55,000 Pokemon card? Do you mean pulled? You're talking about Leonhardt? He pulled a Charizard recently that was real valuable. And yes, I did see that. He seemed pretty happy. Oh my god. Oh my god. We did it. Let's get over here. I use transmog to make it a layered armor. Look at this chubby chunk. Can we chop him up? Oh my god. Little chubster. He's mad. Ah, darn. Soul Render Talon. Another item I just now obtained. First time. Ouch. I'm in trouble. Save me, kitty. Oh, wait. My cat's not here anymore. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. He got me. Wow. Guts is actually hard to really take advantage of. Have you noticed that? Guts is not that consistent for monsters that deal, like, fast, low damage. They're good for monsters that deal high damage. But, you know, if you're fighting, like, Ebony Otogaron, it's not really going to be super helpful. Because he just deals a lot of small chunks. Generations Ultimate is on par with World in my opinion. I don't know if I would agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. I played Generations Ultimate. I'm not dissing it. I think it is a well-made game. I just think that between the two games, I really prefer World because of the higher quality graphics and the higher quality movement. There's things missing from GU that I really wish they had in this game. But overall, I'd have to say this is the better of the two, having played both of them. Just the fact that there's no, like, 10 load screens every time you move location. You know what I mean? That alone is a pretty immersive improvement. Makes you feel more like the world is real. Having to load every single time you move from one area to the next, I mean, it's just not a good feeling. Ah, I wasn't trying to dive evade. If it was on Switch, it would look horrible. What would look horrible? Iceborne would? Gen U has the diverse roster, World has the refined behaviors. Yeah, like I actually remember fighting Elytrion on GU and thinking, this is it? You know, he just kind of looked like a big dragon, and the whole environment was really very poor quality graphics, and the fight was actually pretty straightforward. The attack animations were super, like, chunky and what you would expect from maybe an outdated game. And I can understand people enjoying it for nostalgia factors. Like, I just got finished playing 1996 Pokemon Blue, The nostalgia is definitely there, but when it comes to like quality in the graphics and music and sound effects and the animations, they're just really far apart from each other. There goes. One. Oof. God damn, dude. There we go. We just blighted him. He moves so much, it's annoying. Bruh! My character. Get him! Oh my god. GU is great when you get used to the look. No, but see, it's not just the look though, it's also the actual attacks and everything. They're all really chunky. Like your actual weapon. The hammer's chunky, I don't know about... I guess I didn't play all the weapons in GU, but they all feel pretty chunky compared to this. Directional control feels different. Yeah, I don't know. I think people probably... I think probably there's a lot of veterans who have gotten bored of Monster Hunter World and they're waiting for Elytrion. They're probably playing GU right now going, GU's a better game. But probably a better description is GU's a different game and you're probably just tired of World. And then there's some legitimate arguments to be had like, well, World didn't really offer enough challenging fights for like veterans probably. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with the whole, GU's better. I don't know if I can agree with that because I've played GU and I thought it was just okay. I didn't think it was like spectacular. I felt like you could definitely feel it was an outdated game. Whew. Tundra region leveled down. Grab this tail. I get 100 to 120 FPS on Monster Hunter World for PC. It's glorious. It's just because it can handle Witcher doesn't mean it can handle World. You can't roll backwards, can't turn so much. The argument is dumb, different games. Valor Longsword is better than World's Longsword in my opinion. Well, yeah, and that's actually probably one of the better arguments to make for GU because I actually agree with that point. The Hunter arts in GU were legit a lot of fun. I liked there was the, what do they call it, like the ultimate roll or whatever. It basically replaced mantles. So you had the powerful dodge, and I thought that was a much better system than what we have right now with Rocksteady and Temporal Mantle, because it requires a little more skill, and it actually feels more engaging and fun, even though it's not as cheesy as Temporal Mantle and Rocksteady Mantle, which, you know, those are also fun. You probably could have had both. But, you know, moves like that, they feel kind of like, you know, in Destiny, you have your ults. Well, the Hunter arts in GU felt kind of like ults, didn't they? And those were fun to have. And I don't see why they had to take them away. They seemed like they fit well into the game. Taking them away feels like a downgrade. You know, if they were worried about them being too powerful, they just balance them properly and then it won't be too powerful. But instead of that, we just don't have them. The lack of quality of like in GU was so annoying. Granted, I paid World first. Sword and Shield was amazing in GU. Monsters are moving at all times throughout the map. I want to see Dalamadur and Iceborne. Vice versa, mantles replace the Hunter arts. Yeah, see, I think instead of Hunter arts, we get these mantles, and there's all kinds of things I don't like about the mantles. For example, I don't like the fact that the mantles hide your armor. So I wish the mantles were just invisible or something so that you would... Or make that an option, you know, make the mantles invisible an option. Because it's like, I like looking at my armor, but since I'm using the mantles all the time, mostly I just see this stupid poncho that I'm wearing, and it just doesn't look good. I don't want to see this poncho. I want to see the armor that I chose to wear. But no, you're going to look at your poncho, or you're going to play without mantles. One or the other. Kill those birds. It's weird. Where's the, oh, snap. Where's the, big bones? Run over here. Where did the bone pile spawn? Did it spawn down here? It must have spawned down here. I bet it spawned down there. We got Kulu. Kulu's not coral, right? No. Alright, so after this we're going to move along. The monster you are tracking will leave the area soon. Ah, here's the bones. Mantles should have unique glow on your armor to show that it's active. Valstract is the best monster ever. He's pretty fun. Actually, when I played GU, I actually thought he was really cool. I liked that he had like this one-shotting ability that he could jump up in the air to use. That was really wild. Think Monster Hunter will try to go mobile? I mean, yeah, they probably should have some kind of mobile game, but obviously it will have to be like a spin-off game. It can't be the same quality as their main games. Nothing wrong with having a mobile game. I think most companies want a mobile game. How's it going, Dex? What's up, TGC? You ready for the Pokemon card stream? It's not time yet, but we're getting closer. I got XY Evolutions in and a bunch of mail to open. And we got Hidden Fates are still left. We have Shining Legends. We have Cosmic Eclipse, Rebel Clashes in. So we got a lot of fun cards right now. I'm excited to get back to opening them. We had a 4-hour stream on the card stream last time, and my back was killing me, dude, from sitting forward with no backrest for 4 hours. And I do that like every day with this goddamn card stream. So I gotta find a new way to sit. It's like damaging. So what am I doing over here? I think I'm checking up on, oh right, we're checking up on the cat stuff. We need the Sinister Claws or the Mysterious whatever it was. Let's check in with these guys. Yay, here we go. So we did get more of that. Ancient Fragments. We need to send them back out. Alright, so those guys are going back out. Valstrax was freaking scary on 3DS. The camera made it way harder. Sounds like it.
Got some good news.
Meld items. Meld decoration. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry about that. Dooba-dooba-doo, scooba-dooba-doo. Upgrade equipment. Oh, I remember what we were going to do. We're going to actually make this real tough. We're going to raise the defense of our armor because we're getting wiped out way too fast. Look, we raised your defense by quite a lot, aren't we? So it's expensive, but it's like... Yeah, we needed this. This is pretty obvious. Look, we got defense of 176. Goes up all the way to 194. That's like 20 more defense. Well, you multiply that by 5. It's a lot. It's like a whole extra piece of armor. Brachydium Faults. Nice. Whoa, man. Dude, upgrading armor is expensive. Holy. Alright, the armor's upgraded. And our defense is now 989, and that should help terrifically. Also, getting the health regen augmentation is going to help terrifically as well. Let's see how close we are to that. Do you make more money doing the cart thing versus working a minimum wage job on a weekly time frame? Yeah, I'd say so. You know, people make... A lot of my income comes from donations. So, you know, I consider that part of my income. So when you guys are generous and you make a donation in the live stream, that's basically my income. So... Yeah, I'd say I'm lucky enough to have an audience and to have people who enjoy my entertainment, my content enough. to open up their wallets, and definitely better than a minimum wage job. Also, the card stream is really an interesting thing because I make money all kinds of ways on the Pokemon cards. So with the Pokemon cards, if I open up a pack and it has a good card in it, I make a ton of money right there. And because I get really good at understanding, hold on, because I get really good at understanding which packs have the highest chance to pay out, this allows me to open up the packs that have the very highest chance of earning me money. And this gets really complicated when you start working with like vintage cards, because you have to start making predictions on what vintage content to go, or what vintage cards to go after. So it starts to get really complicated at that point. And I've done well, actually. I've pulled a lot of good cards. I've pulled, yeah, just the other day I pulled a Japanese Charizard that's probably worth about, well, it depends on how it grades, but it probably earns me about $500 to $1,000 from pulling one card, which is crazy because I paid, I don't remember the amount I paid for the pack. It might have been about $150 is what it might have actually cost me. So the more you become an expert at collecting when it comes to the Pokemon cards, the better your chances of understanding how to make money on the cards becomes. When you pull a nice card and you flip it, you flip it, you open the card, a nice card pops out, you get it graded, the grade is good, and then you sell that card, you make money right there as well. So I make money just having PSA professionally grade the cards, and it comes back with a good grade. All right, let's choose augment equipment. Sorry about that, guys. I got distracted. You know what? We can put this on for now, can't we? So we'll put that on for now. And you can see we still need to fight Arch-Tempered Namiel in order to get the health regen augmentation. What's the best looking greatsword? I do like the Guild Palace. I have one fest ticket. I'll hold off. Which of the two channels gives you more profit? It depends, James. So, like I was just telling you, I can actually make more money on the card channel, even though I only have 3,000 subscribers over there. And part of that just depends on how generous the donations are in a single day. And the other thing is also based on what cards I pull. So if I open up a pack and I pull bad packs, I'm going to maybe even lose a little bit of money. If I open up a pack of cards and I open up some really good cards, I can make money that day on opening cards. So it's a little bit like gambling when you open up Pokemon cards, and I've had my fair share of losses, but also wins. But most importantly, I'm a great shopper. I manage to find PSA cards cheap, and I buy those and I hold them like an investment. And over time, the majority of my money has been made in the form of investing in the cards. That's where the majority of my money has come from. All right, let's go back to the Guiding Lands. It's a topic of real interest for a lot of people, like actually making money card investing. Hey, there we go. We got Coral Pukey Pukey and Pink Raytheon. Depart on an expedition, yep. Yeah, I won't lie. I've made more money on the card channel, I think. And a big part of the reason for that is because, well, it's been about 1 year since I've had that channel, and there's been some nice donations. Ryoma was being incredibly generous in the card channel the last 2 days. It's funny, the card channel actually made more money in donations than my main channel. But more importantly, over the last year, there's been these cards and these booster boxes that I've obtained that have almost definitely appreciated in value based on what they're selling for on eBay today. And not by small amounts. There were these booster boxes I was buying for like $2,000 because I was like, I think these booster boxes are going to go up in price by a lot at some point. And it's only been 1 year. And those booster boxes are now going for like $10,000. And I own like 7 of them. So I bought a bunch of them right at the start. Right when I started collecting cards, I bought a bunch of them. They were going for like 2,000 to 3,000. At some point they were like going for 4,000, but I'd already purchased a few of them by then. So I have like 7 of them, and I didn't pay a lot for them. Well, I did, but I didn't pay like, you know what I mean, like a lot, like they cost now. And now they're all going for like $10,000. I made a ton of money just understanding what's going to appreciate. My point. Let's throw this over here. Like there were these PSA cards I got back in the day for like $800, $500, and they're selling for like $3,000 now. It's crazy that that happened. But I was looking at it back then thinking, man, these cards definitely got to go up in value because they're rare. They're super rare, and you know, I had faith that the Pokemon franchise was going to probably cause more people to come into the hobby and collect cards over time, and plus this concept of, well, as people get older, they have more money anyways. So those two things combined. But yeah, I made a bunch of money on collecting vintage stuff over the last year, and it's money in theory because I haven't made the money yet. You know what I mean? Like I haven't actually had the money come in. But if I were to sell those cards for even half of what they're selling for on eBay right now, if I were to sell them at that price, I would still make tons of money off of them after holding them for over a year. Do you still sell things via the card stream to us viewers? Yes. We could open up some packs right now. You guys want to open up packs in the middle of the Monster Hunter stream? Turn on the cat camera. I don't know, maybe, you know, I'll save it for the card stream. I don't want to interrupt this stream. I'll save it for the card stream. We'll open up cards over there. But maybe we'll open up Pokemon cards on this channel one day using the cat cam. Smack him one more time in the head here. Get him! He's ready to be thrown into a wall. Nice. Would you love to see a group of people playing poker with Pokemon cards? Well, I don't think you can play... I guess you could play poker with Pokemon cards. You just have to define what Pokemon count as what numbers. That would be a lot of work. You'd have to find people who are good at poker and then people who want to memorize Pokemon cards from poker. But you don't play poker with Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards are like Magic the Gathering. You play an actual like game. What do you think is a good start to a person who wants to get into Pokemon TCG? I would say start very small. With Pokemon cards, is very easy to go into debt very quickly for them because you could spend an infinite amount of money on them and still not have the collection you want. So I would say for people who are new, always to tell yourself how much am I allowed to spend, and then it will be difficult, but you got to tell yourself I'm not allowed to go over that. You have to remember that the cards are always going to be there next month. Even if they are a little more expensive. I guess it's a little hypocritical of me to say that because I didn't start that way. I just took all my money at some point and I'm like, you know what, I'm just buying all cards. And I guess in the end it did work out for me. But I would just, I don't know. I don't know how financially stable you guys are. I don't know if you guys are like me. I generally handle money pretty well. I wouldn't consider myself somebody who has like any kind of shopping addictions or any kind of money problems. Other than student debt, which I strongly regret. Oh, God, the student debt was the biggest financial mistake I ever made. So I don't even use my degree. It's so stupid. I'm a successful YouTuber, and I'm clever enough to work hard and wake up and work every day and find work for myself. But it's like I took on this student debt. It was so bad. But not gonna go on a rant on school again. We've had enough school time rants. Yeah, I consider myself fairly decent with money. But for you guys, I don't know who is and who isn't, so I'm scared to tell anyone to go deep on the cards, you know, like, oh man, just empty your wallets out, right? But generally, you want to go for stuff that you enjoy, because if you don't enjoy it, then what's the point of having it as a hobby? So find out what you enjoy, I guess, would be a big part of it. Like, is there a particular Pokemon you like? If there's a particular Pokemon you like, you can ask yourself, well, what's the rarest version of that Pokemon when it comes to the card hobby? And then you can just kind of think about obtaining that one card and stopping there, and then finding out if you like it more, and if you do like it more, you can put more money into it. But you have to be careful not to go crazy right away over everything. What your favorite Pokemon card? My favorite Pokemon cards, I've kind of had to figure it out actually. I guess when I started, I didn't really know what my favorite card was because there were so many cards. But over time, I've kind of made up my mind. I'm a huge fan of Tyranitar. If you guys are familiar with Pokemon, you know who he is. He's the big dark ground type, and he looks like Godzilla. He was probably based on Godzilla. And he's a big stinker, and I like him, and there's some really valuable Tyranitar cards out there. And so I'm just kind of making it my goal to obtain a lot of those Tyranitar cards and hold them. Pokemon. Did you know that you can cut the tail of Coral Puki Puki first if his HP is below 20%? Huh, interesting. Tyranitar is super sweet. Super sweet? Yeah, I like him. He's pretty cool. Most people will choose like Charizard as their favorite card because he's got a lot of nostalgia to him from the base set, and I have plenty of those too. I think one of the main reasons I collect Charizards though is just because of the investment quality of the card. He'll always be good investment quality Pokemon cards to be going after. Did I just trip him? Or did he fall down from being mounted? You know, if you were to do nothing but buy Charizards, you'd probably be pretty safe because Charizards are so popular. At this point, people who are trying to invest now consider Charizards a good investment. So what happens is you have this market of people who desire to have a Charizard, and this other part of that market of people who just want to invest in Charizards. So I feel like he ends up being real safe because everyone's kind of looking for the most liquid or investable card when it comes to investing. So he's pretty safe, but in general I would just say really good looking cards are safe. And cards that are very rare, you know what I mean? There's a lot of really rare Pokemon cards out there to collect. One of the cards I've been investing in, quote investing, but yeah, I treat it like an investment. One of the cards I've been investing in is the Sabrina's Gengar. There's only like 63 of them in the world. It's a great looking card from an old vintage set that's pretty well known, pretty well established. And I purchased my second one like a month ago, might have been a while ago. But the card is still in this price range that I consider underpriced. I think the card actually is heavily underpriced, considering that there's only 63 of them. That's such a small number. I mean, there must be millions of, I don't know if millions is the right word, there must be hundreds of thousands of people who play and love Pokemon, especially over time, over the last 20 years, and there's only 63 of this very popular looking card. It should roughly be, I can't believe that it's not like basically $5,000 to $10,000 right now. It strikes me that it's not more expensive. So that's why I've been picking that card up, because the Charizards are already really expensive. The Charizards are super expensive because everyone's trying to invest in them, but this could lead to them being overpriced. So I'm trying to find cards that are definitely rare, definitely going to remain popular over a long period of time. People will want them to complete a set of a very popular set. It's a gym challenge set, which is really popular. It's one of the old original sets. I think it was like the 5th set they ever released. I'm trying to remember. It went base set, Fossil Jungle, base set 2, which nobody really cares about. I mean, they do, but they don't. But then it went Rocket, and then after Rocket, it went Gym Heroes Gym Challenge. So it's like the 6th set that came out, and I would say it's a pretty serious set. The Blaine's Charizard from that set's going for like 5,000 at this point, but even that seems underpriced. The Blaine's Charizard, I expect that to move up, but the thing is, you probably won't see the Sabrina's Gengar move up past the price of the Blaine's Charizard, and so these are all things I think about in terms of pricing. But I'm trying to predict the card. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm asking myself, what will this card do in about 20 years? Now, I think the fact that there's only 63 of the Blaine, not the Blaine, 63 of the Gengars means that in 20 years, I would hope that it's selling around $40,000. And if I picked it up at only $2,500, that's really, really good. And this is all based off of research I've done with like Magic the Gathering cards and baseball cards, because that's exactly what happened in those hobbies. You had these cards that once upon a time they were actually really cheap to obtain because nobody really understood exactly how rare those cards were in the baseball card hobby, right? They didn't really understand how rare some cards were. And then over time, as the demand and the supply continued, the supply was low and the demand picked up and people had the money, it started to become more obvious how rare some of the baseball cards were, and that's how they reached prices like $40,000, you know what I mean? So that started to become obvious, and that's when the prices pick up. But yeah, there was a point in the past when you could buy some of those cards for like no money at all, and nobody did because they didn't understand it. Ooh! Pink Raytheon materials. Prices might get better if Pokemon got a good game for once. Well, you know, even with bad games, I think that people will collect the cards themselves. because the cards have a real physical value, you know what I mean? Like, the games are one thing. But yeah, the brand itself should do well, because it will help the card franchise if the brand overall is doing well. My funds in Pokemon are currently being dedicated towards a few Zards I agree to buy off of somebody, but due to their price and amount of them, I'm going to have to pick them up over the span of like 7 months. Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, so my answer would be, when it comes to, quote, investing in cards, probably the very first thing you should do is just find out what you like and buy that, and buy conservatively. Don't like go crazy, and really figure out if you enjoy it first, because you don't want to spend a ton of money and then find out that you're bored. You know what I mean? You don't want any buyer's regret. No, there's a vault fund in the way. Damn, it's covering it. I'll go on a hunt right now. What? Somebody must be talking about the mounting mechanic or something. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Are they in the way for you? Well, crap. But yeah, look to the map, then look to the right of it. You see the tribalistic icon of each monster in the current area. Alright, we still have Rocksteady on, so Legiana can't interrupt us. Oh, is Legiana knocked down too? Awesome. Oh my god, dude. Woo! Doing the big boy damage when you hit both monsters at the same time, huh? Oh good, he wasn't aiming for me. Cape. These guys are ready to be thrown into each other. Slade! Woo! Aw, man. Let's go ahead and heal up. Me and the guy actually both looked out. He was cashing out and I was buying in for a long-term investment, so instead of being lowballed, he preferred to take longer to sell in exchange for good prices. I've learned a lot about selling when it comes to Pokemon cards too. When it comes to selling, taking a longer period of time to try and ask for a higher price isn't always actually a way to make more money. Sometimes it's better to get your cash out of your cards immediately if there's another card for you to put your money into that's underpriced. And additionally, it's just like what your money has potential for doing, you know, and the longer your card sits there unsold, the less time you have to do things with that money. So it's kind of like, well, why doesn't anyone in society just hold on to their stuff forever and just demand like a ridiculously high price? It's because the longer you don't have your money, the longer you're not doing anything productive with your money. So yeah, that's something I've learned too. What's most important is to understand like growth, basically. What's growing faster? So if one card's growing faster than another, you want to own the cards that's growing fast. And but that's hard to predict. And that's where kind of being an expert helps you understand. It was kind of like what we were talking about last night with Hidden Fates. If Nintendo keeps printing Hidden Fates, they won't grow as fast as you think they will, and then you will have wished that you had put your money into something else like vintage cards. But that depends on how much Nintendo prints, actually. It really depends on how much Nintendo wants to print. And I was saying that Nintendo, as a business that prints these cards for their own income, not your income, they should be printing it as long as you're buying it. Alright, let's throw this guy into the wall. Boop. You know what? Can we get a double knockdown? No. He can be knocked down again. Maybe somebody else had pods. I need pods. That's why I can't throw them again. Here we go. Right here. That sucks. That sound. Couple Legiana coming down. He's just too high up. I can't reach him. Let's grab these piercing pods. Legiana materials. That's the heartbeat. Haha, next to the... Yep, that's right. I've never actually used the heartbeat, though. I don't really find it that consistent when it comes to, like, capturing or anything like that. So I don't even know why we have it. That is very good competitively in VGC. What? Oops. Oh my god. Oh, that sucks. Did I shoot a pod and he dropped another pod? That's funny. This is the end for you, Legiana. He's exhausted. He's ready to be thrown into a wall. Oh, didn't even get to throw him. Hey, mister. How's it going, Oprah? Oprah's gran. Oh, my God. Oprah's granny. Hey, mister. What you got? Got any Pokemon cards for me, mister? Hey, Facher. He says, last hunt? Yeah, let's have another hunt, man. Thanks for the donation, man. Let me get this real fast. I actually do not know what that comes out to be. So I'm just going to make an assumption. Rekusaga's like, damn, Facher. People, when they think that it's $100. Guys, it's probably about $10, guys. It's not $100. It's still generous of him. Thank you, Facher. Homer says, yeah, I see it. So the heartbeat, notice people are talking about that heartbeat. Damn, man, that's like $100. So it's a different currency, guys. Facher donates like 100 and it comes out to be like 1,000. Hey, mister, got any codes for me, mister? That's right. Codes. You just come into the stream and scream codes at the top of your lungs like a crazy kid. What kinds of DPS do you average hit with your greatsword build, TCS? Oh, I don't know. I guess it's enough. enough that I don't go crazy. Damn, that's like 3,000. That's god terrible. Hey, mister. Raccoon that guy's like, oh. Let's grab this real fast. People are like, whoa. Bone piles. Grab some of these bones. Is that Namiel? We got Namiel, boys. Get ready for the Nami fight. Is it gonna be Is it gonna be tempered Namiel? What if it's gonna be tempered Namiel? We got a Namiel incoming. Alright, he's gonna be up here. What's the session ID? And is there room? Is there room? Is there room at the end? Is he gonna jump up there? Yeah, he's gonna jump up there. Oops, I don't think that was part of the plan. The biggest single donation on the channel was Sora. A long time ago, he donated $1,000. And then the largest donation, not made out of like smaller donations, was by Drift GTR. He donated over 1,000. I can't remember how much, but those were some really wild times, man. My brain was like spinning. I was like, no way. I felt like a legit e-girl for a minute there. I'm like, who does that? 1,000, that's crazy. You know, the funny thing is, Sora's had probably some of the best pull rates on the card channel since then. He pulled the Japanese Charizard. He pulled multiple Blaines, I'm pretty sure, Blaine's Charizards. He pulled a Dark Charizard first edition that pulled a 10. He pulled a Dark Raichu, so he's had nothing but good luck on the channel since then. Chopping that arm. 1, 2. No way. Brah! She can be thrown into the wall again. Goes. Nice. Only 500 on the head, huh? We meant to attack her on the arms, maybe? Oh yeah, so I get better his own values on the arm. So she's not tempered. Darn. Probably have to get to level 7 to get the tempered version of the Nami fight. I just bought a truck. Oh, nice. Can't wait to get the health regen on this weapon. This weapon really benefits from health regen. Because your tackle, you take a lot of damage through the tackle, but you're allowed to punish the monster right afterwards. And the greatsword does an amazing amount of healing. One of the best heal weapons. So he basically did pay to win. I would say he got lucky, because I'm not the kind of person that believes in, like, you know, karma or anything like that, but we like to say he had good karma on the card channel. It seems to happen a lot, actually. Usually when somebody's done something generous, they usually actually end up pulling something nice. But it's probably not always the case. Like, for example, Cheese just bought Mary a whole booster box of Rebel Clash, and still no Melodic was pulled. In fact, they had the Caparajas, the secret rare, which nobody really wants the Caparaja, in my opinion. But so probably what happens is... What? That was Tyler. Protect the Pokemans. Aw, thanks, Tyler. Here, I'll put that right toward the Vault Fund. We're trying to bring the Vault Fund down to 0. Woo! Very generous, man. Namiel material. Thank you very much. But yeah, I was going to say, I think what happens when it comes to issues like, quote, karma, it's more like people notice when it appears somebody's had, like, good karma occur to them for having done something generous. But then when nothing nice happens, you never notice. You see what I mean? I think there's a term for that too. I think it's called like serendipity or confirmation bias, one of those things, right? Serendipity, confirmation bias. So yeah, when somebody's been nice and then something good happens to them, you're like, oh, that's good karma. You know, but you never talk about when somebody does something bad and they get away with it and nothing bad ever happens to them, which almost certainly happens. Oh, they'll get taken care of one way or another. It's like, are you sure about that? Maybe they'll just live a nice, happy life and be bad forever. You never know if they actually get what's coming to them. He'll get what's coming to him, will he? Or will he just live in a mansion and, you know what I mean? People love ideas like that, like karma and, judgment. And that's where we come up with the concepts like heaven and hell. Because you believe in your mind that everything's made equal by heaven and hell. That's where those concepts come from. It's like, oh, God's a perfect judge, and if you're bad, you can't get away with it. But what if God's not real? Well, then, yeah, they definitely are getting away with it. You know what I mean? People hate that idea. It's a terrible feeling. It offends our sense of good and bad. You know what I mean? Like our sense of fairness and equality and all those things. Tempered Lunastra. Kushala is easy in base game. Literally made me rage quit this game, no joke. Who made you rage quit? Namiel? Oop. Oops, I thought I was going to roll through that. I guess not. Three, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Maybe somebody already did it. Oh, 7. Nope. Ouch. That was bad timing. Elder Dragon Vein Bone. Woo! I hate it when she spams Iceborne. Oh, you're talking about Velkhana? Oop, I better get this out. Nice job. Wow, that dropped 4 materials. You better be wall splatting for those materials on the guiding list. She's out of here. Oh, did I interrupt her? I might have interrupted her. Nah, she's on her way. What weapon did you use? What weapon did I use? You talking to somebody else? You must be talking to somebody else. Sleeper. Let's go ahead and grab this real fast, the mining outcrop. You have a crew of hunters with you, but you're the only one fighting Velkhana. Oh, yeah, isn't that funny? They're all like, you got this, right? We don't. Kushala and Lunastra are the anti-fun monsters. Well, I definitely agree with Kushala. Lunastra, I think Lunastra's actually okay. She's not as bad as Kushala. She's a tough fight, I would say. Yeah, she's definitely a tough fight. Smack her in the head. They seriously lock you in a cage with Mrs. Ice. Oh, she's slayed. I was like, why aren't my moves landing? Sweet! We did it! Namiel's dead! Woohoo! How come 1,000 damage? How come not 2,000? I don't know. Elder Dragon Vein Bone. Enchanting Fine Hide. That's so much enchanting a fine hide. Gather this over here. Where we wall splatted her. Whee! Whee! It's the slip and slide. Alright, let's return. What do? We got the Coral Highlands up to level 6 today. That is so much not that much progress for 2 hours of work. Guiding Lands, man. They just want you to grind in the Guiding Lands like till the cows come home. Holy. They really want you out there, don't they? Ancient, Warped. Lots of mediocre decorations. Let's see what we get from them. Medicine, Brace, Satiated Expert, Artillery 4, which actually isn't terrible, Slider Expert. So we basically didn't get anything. Yes, take off. Why would it... It's like, are you sure? Let us show you what you're taking. It's like, yeah, I'm sure. Lunastra is almost a cakewalk if you have Fireproof Mantle. Well, I wouldn't say that either. I might return to Iceborne, but I am an anime fan now? What? Miguel says, I wonder how long till before most vintage cards find their way out of the hands of flippers and into those of collectors, long-term investors, this driving up almost all their values. That's a great question, Miguel, and it also depends on how long Pokemon cards continue to go up in price. You know, if Pokemon cards were to ever become stagnant, people might even start to sell them in order to buy stocks or real estate. So the idea that Pokemon cards are like the perfect investment, or this, oh, they're always going to outperform, or they're so good, you have to be careful with those ideas. You have to understand that the market is always this thing where everything's in movement. So there could be a point where it's not a good idea to be holding on to a bunch of Pokemon cards. So you have to be mindful all the time. If anyone says, this is a sure deal, this is awesome, get in now before it's too late, you really do have to be wary, because it's better to understand why things are moving in price and at what point they will stop moving in price. You have to understand all those things. So there is an actual point where the Pokemon cards will be overpriced and you don't want to buy in. Alright, let me go ahead and give you guys the wave. So we are at the 2-hour mark. Thank you everyone for your generous donations. Thank you everyone who has supported this channel on Patreon. You guys are the real OGs. We will, of course, be having a huge party when Elytrion comes out. Maybe we'll have a 24-hour stream, but at this point, we still don't know when he's coming out. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to take a short break, go for a little walk, probably about 30 minutes, and then start up the Pokemon card stream on my second channel. If you've never been to that, there's a link to the card channel in the description of my live stream. And then after that, late tonight, we'll probably play some more Pokemon Crystal. Since there's not as much to do in Monster Hunter, I've been doing my playthroughs of Pokemon Crystal. We did Pokemon Blue earlier. So now it's just a great time to kind of play some other games while we're waiting for Elytrion to come out. And of course, on my PlayStation and PC account, we're trying to improve some areas where we're missing stuff. I guess Guiding Lands. I'm tempted to just mod in the Guiding Lands stuff because we had a smaller audience than usual today, 2 days in a row, and we've been doing Guiding Lands 2 days in a row. So I feel that people are just not super interested in Guiding Lands gameplay footage. I'm guessing people don't find it entertaining enough. So something I'm asking myself, I'm not sure what I'll prefer to do. We'll have to see. Thank you all for watching. It's very generous of you guys to come in here and watch me play Monster Hunter. I always appreciate you guys. Talk to you later and see you on the card stream.